Well, my name's Kevin Sitter. I use him, they, him, his pronouns. And I'm a congregant of Merging Waters Unitarian Universalist Congregation. We are a community that draws on shared values of mindful interdependence, authentic curiosity, and courageous love. We welcome you who are joining us in person and those of us joining online. It's good to be together in all the ways that we can. If you are with us in person, where we share space at United Church of Christ, New Brighton, we are glad that you are here. We ask everyone wear a name tag if possible in an effort to practice radical hospitality and to build community. Some are available on the welcome table in the entry area. A couple of announcements. As always, please take care of your bodies during the service. Engage in ways that help you feel connected. So if you need to stretch or walk around or walk in place or whatever helps you, please feel free to do so. The sounds and wiggles of children are especially welcome in this space, so you'll hear me giggle. We're between childcare providers right now, but we've got the little corner available, and so we've got some resources. If you have a pastoral need, please feel free to reach out to Reverend Krista. Through July and August, she'll be available for in-person and Zoom meetings by appointment, and then resuming regular office hours in September. Next week, she'll be out of the office July 2nd through 6th. Newcomers are welcome into all of our programming. You need not be a formal member. Remember, we won't have Coffee House in July, and the August Coffee House will be in the backyard of Bruce and Marie's on the 8th of August. This is our end of the year, fiscal year. So this is the week that if you're behind in your contributions, we really hope you'll catch up and fulfill your obligations so that we can finish out the bookkeeping quickly. So now is a good time to finish your donations for the year. We love you even that much more. No refunds. I think that's all the announcements for now. Anyone else? Am I missing anything? Cool. Well, joining me in worship today is the Reverend Krista as our service leader. Bruce is our director of music ministry here at the electronic piano. Members of choirs will sing a little louder than others, but feel free to overtake us. Our volunteer tech team includes Brian and Byron and Katie. Our slides are gifts of Katie Johnson and Janice Sancock. So once again, welcome everyone, online and in person. We hope that these Sunday services provide a time of sanctuary, reflection, connection, and joy. So now we're going to light our chalice, and I tell you, I'm not going to make it through this prayer. We light our chalice flame. This is Living with Pride by Lori Gorgas Halben. For those who live their lives in closets of shame, for those who furtively visited the bars where nobody knew their name, for the Stonewall riot and the fierce trans women who fought, for the plague, which still takes far too many, too young, too soon. So many gone. So many never lived to see our gay kids singing on TV, our gay people serving in the military, marriage equality, families formed by intention. We light our chalice flame for all of these and for all our siblings of the rainbow, surviving, living life out in the open with pride.
Our opening reading today is called A Protest and a Party by our local esteemed Reverend Hannah Roberts Villanueva. No, she's not local right now. People sometimes ask, is pride a protest or a party? And the answer is, of course, yes. And why not? Why not rejoice as we resist? Dance as we demand change, celebrate as we create community that delights in all of who we are. So bring all of that with you this morning, this afternoon. Bring your policy demands. Bring your glitter. Bring your Supreme Court broken heart. Bring your rainbow socks, your enthusiastic children. Bring the emptiness you feel. Hi, buddy. For our siblings gone too soon. Bring your Gloria Estefan remix. Bring your tender hope for change. Bring your most garish eyeshadow, as demonstrated.
I missed.
Bring your spirit, tattered and battered by a world that seems insistent on choosing fear and hate. Okay, do you want to color in the corner? Gather up all these things and bring them here to a place where we don't have to shoulder these burdens or celebrate these joys alone. Come, let us worship in all our chaos together. And now I will invite us into singing, and stand as you're willing and able for hymn 1014, Answering the Call of Love. If you have a teal hymnal, know that the words have changed. As we have learned more, we have changed and embraced being more inclusive. The updated words will be on our screen. And if you are online, please remain on mute, but I invite you to continue to sing along joyously with us. So please join me in rising, body or spirit.
The promise of the Spirit, faith, hope, and love abide, and so every soul is blessed and made whole. The truth in our hearts is our guide. We are answering the call of love. Hands joined together as hearts beat as one, emboldened by faith, we dare to proclaim. We are answering the call of love. Sometimes we build a barrier to keep love tightly bound, corrupted by fear, unwilling to give, denying the beauty we found. We are answering the call of love. Hands joined together as hearts beat as one, emboldened by faith, we dare to proclaim. We are answering the call of love. A bright new day is dawning, when love will not divide. Reflections of grace in every embrace, fulfilling the vision divine. We are answering the call of love. Hands joined together as hearts beat as one, emboldened by faith, we dare to proclaim. We are answering the call.
You all know how much I love stories. So I have a story for us this morning. And this one is called Rainbow Allies. And it's based on a true story. It's called The True Story of Kids Who Stood Against Hate. It's by Nancy Chernin and illustrated by Izzy Evans. In Natick, Massachusetts, there's a neighborhood that looks like many others. It isn't the biggest or the fanciest. Many pass through not even realizing the secret that makes it shine. Everyone is welcome. Everyone is celebrated. Everyone helps each other. Kids play at each other's houses, dogs greet one another on walks, and adults buy lemonade from the children's stands. When people move in, neighbors bring a bounty of foods from their different cultures so they can enjoy the many flavors of their new home. When Carrie, one of the neighbors, married, everyone was happy to meet her wife, Lori. Their dogs, Twink and Sam, welcomed too. We've got you. Do we switch mics? Trying again. We've got something for you, Brendan, one of the neighborhood kids said, pulling dog biscuits from a bowl. Twink and Scout smothered Brendan, Landon, and Summer with kisses. They wagged their tails as they crunched treats. Twink and Scout say thank you, Carrie said as she bought lemonade. Landon saw a bright cloth peeking out of Lori's bag. "What's that?" he asked. "It's a rainbow flag," Lori said, pulling it out to show them. "Do you think it will look nice on our house?" "It's beautiful," Summer said, her fingers tracing the bright colors. "Can we help put it up?" Brendan asked. Landon nodded eagerly. "We have a ladder," Summer said. Carrie and Lori loved their neighborhood where everyone was welcome. Then one day, when Brendan passed their house, something felt wrong. He squeezed his brake. It was too quiet. No Twink or Scout scampering to greet him. He didn't even hear a bark. And something else was missing. Was it their flag? Brendan saw Carrie and Lori scrubbing bits of yolk from their walls and windows. Twink and Scout were whimpering, curled in balls by their feet. A broken mount swayed where the flag had waved. "What happened?" Brendan whispered. Carrie told him they'd found the house this way when they got home. Why? Brendan felt the hurt his friends were feeling, like a stone in his stomach. Nothing like this had ever happened in his neighborhood before. "Maybe someone doesn't like our flag," Lori said. "Maybe someone doesn't like us," Carrie added. "Can you get another flag?" Brendan asked. "And have someone do this again?" Lori wiped her eyes. "I'm sorry, Brendan. I thought it was a neighborhood where everyone was welcome. But now..." That was what Brendan loved about his neighborhood too, that everyone was welcome. Had it changed? Was it broken like Carrie and Lori's flag? How could it be fixed? How could Carrie and Lori feel welcome again? Brendan pedaled slowly to the lemonade stand. He told his friends what happened. Summer kicked a rock. "Why would anyone do that?" she asked. They thought and thought. None of them had answers. So they thought of another question. "What can we do?" Summer said at last. "I've seen rainbow flags at a store," Landon said. "Can we get them another one?" Brendan sighed. "Lori is worried that someone might steal it or egg their house again." Summer lined up some paper cups and pushed them close together. "What if we build a wall around their house?" Brendan scratched his head. "Or we could set up a patrol and take turns guarding their porch." Landon clenched his fist. "Or we could find out who did this and egg their house too." But none of their ideas seemed right for a neighborhood where everyone was welcome. They didn't want to separate their friends with a wall or treat others like enemies. They needed to find a way to bring everyone together, to show love that was big enough to heal the hurt. Then suddenly a plan came to them. But would it work? Could they get other kids to help? Would their neighbors come through? Brendan, Landon, and Summer biked to the store that had the flags. They told the man at the counter what they wanted to do. He grinned. "Take as many as you want," he said. He helped them load them on their bikes. As they rolled by, kids playing in the street asked what they were doing with the flags. Soon, a parade was biking, scootering, and walking to every house in the neighborhood. "Yes," the people said. "Yes," as they took the flags one by one. Not everyone had a mount, but everyone took a flag. Some hung a flag on a door, some across a porch, some on a fence, and one in a big tree. The children brought the last flag to Carrie and Lori's house. They cheered as Carrie and Lori hung the flag on their door. Twink and Scout jumped and slobbered on hands and faces. Together, Carrie, Lori, adults and kids walked up and down the bumpy sidewalks. Together, they admired how all the families were different but united, like the different colors in the rainbows of the flags. The children waved goodbye to Carrie, to Lori, to each other, to everyone, glowing with pride as they biked, scootered, and walked home. The kids had done it. They had taken something broken and made it beautiful. Once again, their neighborhood was a place where everyone is welcome, where everyone is celebrated, where everyone helps each other. Pride is a special time of year. And it's interesting to hold it in this season, in this particular year where there are so many things going on. And to talk about it in the context of our monthly theme of thriving together. At General Assembly, which is our annual gathering, on Saturdays, we designate Wear Sparkly Blue to celebrate our queerness in its many ways. So if you look closely, I have some sparkly blue eyeshadow on. But it started with a handful of folks at General Assembly who didn't feel seen and thought that things were maybe a little too serious. Unitarian Universalists have a history of being very in our head, and we're working on being more in our bodies, in our spirits, in our emotions. So this movement started with bright blue glitter lipstick. It was hard to miss on the folks who were wearing it. And I will tell you, the first year or two, those folks received some comments about being too much, about not being professional, because some of them were ministerial professionals. But we have grown a lot as a faith. We are living more and more into our values, into the sense of thriving together and putting love at the center and what that really means for how we show up in the world. This year, I didn't hear any reports of those comments, but instead I saw leadership on the screen calling it out that they were wearing that sparkly blue pride, being an embodiment of showing up and of existing out loud as who they were with joy, as a visible sign of resistance to a culture of white supremacy that surrounds us and is still sometimes in us. To say we believe in a different world, a world of thriving together. There's always work to be done, but I think our story today gives us a hint about what it looks like. The message of hide, of your too much, never works against hate and fear. The only thing that ever works is all of us together, showing up proudly and loudly. And I have enough Minnesota upbringing for that to still feel uncomfortable to say. And yet doing it anyways. Even when it feels uncomfortable and scary, and the more of us that do it together, the less any one of us is at risk of harm. Because we're sending a message that if you want to hurt one of us, you have to go against all of us. And that is Unitarian Universalist love showing up embodied. And at the same time that we hold all the big stuff, we also hold our little lives and those little moments. And sometimes it is scary being queer in this world. Yeah, you love those lights, don't you, buddy? And not all of us were given the space to show up in all of our exuberance. We have real pain. We have messages of hate that exist in the world, particularly aimed at trans folks these days, but at everyone who is on the LGBTQA spectrum.
Yeah. Mommy.
I am talking right now, buddy.
Oh, I love you.
I love you too.
Yay.
I love all of who you are. And that's the world we want to create. It's a world where our children are able to feel our love surrounding them. I need you to sit down. You can snuggle, but I'm going to talk for a
I
little bit.
love
Okay?
you, Mama.
I love you too. So I'm going to invite people to bless each other and ourselves with the same kind of love that you're blessing me with right now. We're bombarded by messages that we're not enough, that we're too much, that our love shouldn't exist, that the way we express our gender and ourselves is wrong. So in this space today, I want us to take time to bless one another, to remind each other that we are holy and whole and loved, because diversity in gender, diversity in sexuality is natural and healthy and normal and found in all of human history and found in nature in so many various ways. It's not something to hide. It's something to celebrate. Each year I attend Columbia Heights Pride, and bring with me this little container of glitter. Many of you have seen it, some of you have not. But I offer glitter blessings. I take a moment to pause and stand with people showing up to celebrate the joy and resistance of Pride, to hear where in their lives they need a blessing. It's taking the joys and sorrows that we do each Sunday together, bringing it to Pride, and reminding folks that they are stardust, that each of our light is worthy of shining.
Here you go, Mom.
Thanks, Felix. And should shine bright and colorful, just like this glitter does. Felix.
What is that?
This is for Mama. I'll give you some in a little bit, okay? Hold on.
What is that?
It's glitter. It's shiny. Do you like how shiny it is?
Yeah, I want that.
Mama's going to hold this one. Can you hold the candle for me? So we're going to invite into blessing. And given that we are a fairly small group, I'm going to invite those of you who identify as allies in a moment to rise up in your seats if you are able and come to the table. And you'll find 5 different blessings around the table on little pieces of paper. Those of you who identify as allies, feel free to take one of those blessings. I'm going to invite you to go and give it to someone in the room who is still sitting. And I'm going to ask our tech team to place those in the chat. And those of you who identify as allies online can grab one out of the chat and put it in for another person in the chat. And then I am going to have glitter available after we do that shared activity. And I'll offer a glitter blessing to anyone who would like one. Regardless of your identity, each of us has a sparkle to shine in this world. And when we shine our sparkles together, they are brighter. So anyone who is an ally, I invite you to come up, take a slip of paper, or 2 or 3. Make sure everyone who is still sitting receives at least one of these blessings. And if you would like to read it out loud, that would be welcome as well. Because I'm going to ask you to do consent and ask the person who you are handing it to if it is all right for you to read it out loud to them.
May I read this out loud? May you find joy and wonder in the continuous journey of spiritual exploration and growth.
May you feel pride knowing you are whole, worthy, and loved.
May your search for truth and meaning bring you clarity and fulfillment.
May your search for truth and meaning bring you clarity and fulfillment.
May you feel pride knowing you are whole, worthy, and loved just as you are.
May your voice be heard. May you feel pride knowing you are whole, worthy, and loved just as you are.
May I read your blessing, please? May you feel the embrace of community and the power of solidarity.
Thank you. Thank you. As we continue to read these blessings, I'm going to stand over here. If anyone would like a glitter blessing, please come forward to me or raise your hand. Would anyone like a glitter blessing, regardless of identity? Glitter blessings are for everyone.
May your voice be heard, your truth be honored, and your identity be celebrated.
Marty, do you want me to come to you? Saying I can glitter the camera for those of you online. May each of us feel the blessing of the light that shines through us and shines upon us. The love that is present within and around, that names each of us as holy and beloved. Amen. I have a reading from the Reverend Dr. Kimmy Floyd Reich. Can I borrow your paper? Sure. It's faster. Called Beacons. Beloveds, we were never meant to hide in closets. And we were never meant to be spoken of in whispered corners by a world filled with others afraid of their own reflections. We are from the flame of Channing's truth, Olympia Brown's restlessness, and Louisa Alcott's defiance of societal expectations, and Thoreau's solitude of freedom, freedom of solitude. We are here, heirs of a theology that says love is love. The soul is not gendered. That covenants live in hearts, not courtrooms. Laws can be cruel and narrow, but our faith remains wide, widening still more until every child hears their pronouns in liturgies, and every parent of a trans child hears their entire congregation reflect back, "You are not alone," in the face of their fears. We have always been here, from pulpits to picket lines, from the ancestors you called heretics, to our kitchen tables, where we sat with chosen families, speaking our truths into becoming real. This world may pass bans, overturn laws, rewrite constitutions, threaten us, but our marriages were holy before they were licensed. Our identities were sacred before we had names. Today, again, and every day, bless those coming out and those staying in. Bless the drag. Bless the transitioning. Bless the questioning. Bless the kinfolk. Bless our chosen families. and bless us. Because we have faced ourselves, loved ourselves, saw ourselves, and we declare we are beauty and goodness and unicorns with a bit of rainbow and a lot of heart. We gather now in the wake of their efforts to erase as a sign that we are not so easy to erase. And knowing that we are literally love becoming. We were never meant to hide. We were always meant to blaze.
Did you want to sing the hymn? Okay. So it's time to enter into a spirit of generosity. Today's undesignated contributions supports our Merging Waters regular operating expenses. If you'd like your contribution to go to the June Community Partner, which is the UUA LGBTQ plus ministries, please use an envelope and check the box to indicate so on your check. Or if you're donating online, there's a special June donation drop-down menu option. The basket is now being passed in person. If you're on Zoom or if you prefer to give online, please use the instructions on the screen.
And as the basket comes around, join in singing as you're willing and able. The words will be on the screen.
Rainbows are
too into singing and forgot that I need to share words. If there's anyone who has not received one of our tea lights yet, I encourage you to take one. We have them. I will be giving them out at Pride this year. We'll have Merging Water stickers to put on them so that you can take it home and light it and be reminded of the light that shines within you and the love of this community that surrounds you always. So I actually want to share words from one of my colleagues, the Reverend Joe Seidel, who has a little prayer for the end of Pride Month. And we'll see if tech cooperates.
Hey, I've got a blessing for the end of Pride Month. As this honored and holy month draws to a close, as flags come down from businesses and front porches, and those special rainbow outfits get stashed to the back of the drawer until next year, may you know that the spirit of pride goes with you, that the queer community goes on living and loving all year round, and that the fight for and belief in your wholeness lasts longer than any corporate sponsorship. May we embody the joy and the rage of pride well beyond the arbitrary borders of a month. May we queer and care, love and resist each and every day of this wild and precious life. Beloved, know that you are loved and pride goes with you.
So now let us do our ritual, extinguishing the chalice here and at home together. We share the words on the screen so we can all join in reading it. We extinguish this flame, but not the light of truth, the warmth of community, or the fire of commitment. These we carry in our hearts until we are together again. So our service is almost over. Remember to check your email and our website to stay engaged in what's happening here at the church. We do have happenings during the summer. We will gather again next Sunday at 12:30 p.m. When are you going to be here?
I am not. I don't know what's happening yet.
When a surprise person will be leading a service on something special. God forbid it's me. Today, after our service, you're invited for a time of fellowship, and for those in person, refreshments in the entry. Thank you to all who contribute to the refreshments and who set up the table and take down the table. If you're interested in a more formal sharing, we have a Sparklet Circle that you can enjoy something special that sparkled for you today. Lots of sparkling going on. And we check in by asking, how is your spirit? It starts about 10 minutes after the service, after you get a cookie and coffee, here in the fireside room. As you greet each other, please remember to ask for consent if you'd like to hug someone. We're so glad you're here. May we all go in peace. And you know we have that tradition here of ending our service with go now in peace. So I invite us here in person to form a circle right around the table. We'll hold hands or check with your neighbors about holding a shoulder or touching each other with elbows. We will sing to each other. I think we all here know the words. At home, please, we encourage you to turn on your videos so we can see your lovely faces and join with you here.
Let's sing